Coming to you live from Smoke and Ice in Memphis, Tennessee. It's Buffalo Buffalo.
It's Buffalo, 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 yeah!
Good Buffalo to all of you out there, and good Buffalo to the three of you here with me. I am Jeff, and this is Buffalo Buffalo. I am here with three co-hosts who have appeared before. Paige, Jerry, and Daphne. Say hello.
Yeah. Hello.
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 Yeah. I've been here a few times.
You've been here a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah. I think like 52, 53 times.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This might be the 54th time.
Before. A few times.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
And we have had guests of the four-legged variety, too.
We have.
Mm-hmm.
We have,
Yeah.
yes.
Sam, we hope you're doing well in your life
we
in
do.
Galveston.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, I think.
Excellent.
We're not cooking
hear.
yet, but we're on a slow preheat, but we're not on full blast yet. So
You haven't reached triple digits yet?
over the weekend, it kind of like ruined my weekend because I wanted to do things, and like 105 just makes me want to stay inside and do nothing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just typical California, especially Bay Area, late spring weather, where Saturday was 93 or 94, and then Sunday was 70. It's like...
Oh.
Saturday was one of the best days in a while. It was a flat 80 degrees and it felt amazing.
So
was
what
like,
is the
yes,
difference
I could-
between like a flat 80 and I mean, do you have like a round 80 or
I guess around a voluptuous 80 would be
voluptuous
like
80.
Voluptuous.
high humidity.
Voluptuous 80.
Yeah, a thick 80 with a lot of humidity, but it was like a very low humidity, just 80
Damn,
degrees
look
with a
at
breeze.
the
It was nice.
humidity on that one.
The humidities?
God. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. I would like to apologize on behalf of Paige.
I am sorry for nothing.
We already got Daphne to facepalm. That's good.
Almost made me facepalm.
Oh, she put her sunglasses on.
She wears her sunglasses at night.
Daphne, are they on upside down?
They kind of look like they are.
They do
They're
look
not.
like they are.
No. They're just enormous sunglasses. Like they're huge.
You look like a human dragonfly.
I know, it's like those are the,
That's
like the
good.
bug-eye
I will
lenses.
take- yeah.
I will take that as a compliment. Jerry.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely,
so much.
that's a compliment to call someone a human dragonfly. Absolutely
Yes,
a compliment.
I'm down for that. Sure.
Oh,
Actually, the next couple days it's going to be really warm here.
like mid
it's
70s.
64.
No. Tomorrow it's going to be 84, and Thursday it's going to be 88.
That's too
Nice.
It is too warm,
warm. I agree.
really. I'll deal with it. Except that what it means at my house is that the air conditioners are going to have to go in.
Okay.
Like, I have
Go in? Where are they going into?
the windows because we have window units. Because
Yeah,
There's
Jerry,
no real
here
reason
in-
to have central air in
yeah,
New
Jerry,
England.
in Maine,
yeah.
we have 4 seasons, not just one.
Hey, we've got the hotel chain too.
But do you have the garden center?
Oh,
Yeah,
the landscape. Yeah.
We're talking about the landscaping company. Yes, exactly.
Uh,
And Daphne, we have 4 seasons, but just summer and fall are like about 3 weeks each.
yeah. It's kind of how it is. It's like summer, fall, winter, spring, summer. That's kind of they're there, but
Could you
gotta
sing
really
that
pay
one more
attention, you're
time,
gonna miss 'em.
please? That was beautiful.
yes.
This podcast, sometimes we talk over each other. I get it.
Mhm.
And so now I will duly note it.
She'll write down the note on the back of a way too wide truck.
What? I missed that one completely.
Dually?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a Texas thing. Or,
No.
You've got
no.
we don't the four rear tires.
The real wheels.
Dual real. Yeah. Those are
Rear
just-
wheels.
Maybe it's a Texas slang. I know, but those are dualies.
No,
Yeah,
we call them
that's
dual-
not a thing in California.
No, Central California it is.
Okay, well, I mean, the term dually is not anything that I've ever heard before.
Well, Central California is practically Texas.
Yeah.
True. True. Yes. Don't even talk about Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Oh,
We try not
God.
to.
Yeah. Most people try not to. Okay, should we get back on track?
Yes.
I don't know. This podcast doesn't really work very well when we do.
It's true.
We got to put the boat back on the tracks. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The submarine back in the clouds.
Yes. Get that Zamboni in the river.
Oh, God. Okay, I have no idea where the hell we are anymore.
Well, you're in California. I'm in California.
Wait, let me check. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Pake's in Arkansas?
Arkansas sounds
Maine,
right, yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm the Mainer of the group.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Pake's in Maine, and Daphne is in Florida.
Yes. That sounds right.
Okay.
Poor Daphne, stuck in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, should we just jump right into the game? Or...
We could.
Because I literally have no idea where we were
Yeah, it's...
before this, so...
Well, there was a joke about landscaping.
There was a
And
joke
so
about landscaping.
After that, so
Everything.
come back in after that.
Yeah.
Speaking of vehicles being in places that they shouldn't be, the Segway is gone, and we just have to move on.
I'm going to have fun trying to figure out where this is all going.
It's the challenge of editing, Jeff.
I know.
It's
Especially
it
when
can
we
be
just kind of get
amazing.
off on something else, and it's like... Sometimes it's like we'll get off on things where there'll be like... We start off with like, hey, we're going to take this part out, and then we just kind of seamlessly move right back into the episode, and I'm like, but now we're referencing things that were in that part that you said we're taking out, and like, I don't know what to do with this anymore.
It's just making editing hard mode for you. It's part of the game.
Yep.
Yeah, hard mode has entered the chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Jeff. It's okay.
No, seriously, I have no idea. I know we were talking weather, and I guess that's just kind of where we stopped, was still in the weather area.
Yeah.
I said to Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where I live, well,
actually
you
have
guys
4
basically
seasons,
said
yeah.
there's no
Which is
reason.
Florida. As we've established.
No. That the air conditioning, that I don't have central air
Right.
because I actually have 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Oregano,
then
sage,
Parsley and
Cumin.
thyme.
cumin.
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 That's something my brother always used to say. He would refer to it as ground human.
Oh, okay.
Did you add any ground human to this?
You know, that's something, seasonings and stuff, seasons make me think of Jerry and his trip when we were in Galveston to that
Yes.
store that he now
to
loves
heaven.
so much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
orders
a little
from?
it's a little slice of heaven.
I heard slut the first time.
I did
myself
too. A
off.
little slut in heaven, yeah.
that little slut in heaven? I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
All right. So, if we're all sufficiently confused now,
Yeah.
we can move right on to a game.
Cool.
Great.
This
Parcheesi.
game was inspired by Pake's game, It's Not a Phase, Dad.
Ooh.
And I thought that I would share with you some of my favorite music, or historically my favorite music. Now, I know, well, Daphne and I talk a lot about like music, and we've been kind of on an 80s kick recently. But and I know, Daphne, you kind of think of me as listening to a lot of like black metal and kind of weird music, which I do.
Music that
which I do.
It's true.
But I think none of you know that where I first started my musical journey, because I didn't have older brothers, older cousins, older neighbors. I lived in a household where my parents didn't listen to music. So my musical journey has kind of been my own. And where I started off was actually...
Zydeco.
Damn it, Pake. How did you know?
Did I really just
No.
Okay, I was like, that would be insane. Yeah.
No, it was 50s music, oldies. Like doo-wop and all of that kind of stuff.
All right.
So this is
Jeff,
a game. Go ahead.
Before you introduce the game, I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Were you the cool older brother who introduced his siblings to music?
No.
Even though...
No. My younger brothers introduced me to music.
Oh.
Because I spent most of my teenage years only listening to stuff from like my parents' time. And it was my brothers who got me listening to like actual 90s music and, stuff like Metallica, Nirvana, and that kind of thing. My younger brothers were the ones who got me into that. Yeah.
I got to introduce my brother to the amazingness that is Def Leppard.
Nice.
And one of the coolest things we ever got to do is go to a concert together, like at his first concert, which was Def Leppard, and was just a ton of fun to get to do that. I shared a lot of music with him.
Mm-hmm. It's cool.
Not so much my sister, but definitely with my brother.
It's very cool.
So I was curious if it's something that you did with your brothers.
Really, no.
Or...
No.
What about you, Pake?
Yeah, there were times. I'm the oldest of three. I have two younger brothers. So my middle brother, me and him had a several years period of time where we would go to hardcore and metalcore shows together and mosh, and like we were into that music together at the same time. And then he kind of fell out of it, and I definitely branched my horizons and didn't listen to as much of it until more recent years. I've gotten more into it again. The nostalgia has caught back up. Yeah, but yeah. So me and him very much shared the like metal scene and stuff for a while, and then my younger brother not so much. He never got the youngest, never really got into that. However, me and him have done like a handful of 21 Pilots shows together. He likes doing that. So
fun.
That's cool. Jerry, what about you?
My one older brother in particular was very good about introducing me to damn near everything. And he was like, he's responsible for me liking everything back to like these, one of my favorites was Blind Willie Johnson.
Wow. Yeah.
That is not something I've ever heard of.
Really?
But no.
No,
that
blindness is it's a common malady.
Yeah. Yeah, but one of his songs is on the Voyager's Golden Record. So.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
And this is dating myself a little bit, but I have to say it just because my uncle and my dad were into like Jim Croce and some of the music of the like 70s, and so 8-track tapes were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just remember between that and disco, like my mom had disco 8-tracks, and then records were starting to be a thing. And so my mom bought one of those sets of things of records that's like the best music of the 19th,
like the Time Life kind of collections. Yeah.
I still have them, actually.
Yeah.
They're in a tote not that far away.
Nice.
And I would listen to those like crazy, like the disco and the 60s music. And yeah, so that's kind of where I got that. And that has very little to do with anything other than it's related to music.
Yeah.
And it's a side tangent, but I was just really curious about you guys.
Yeah. No, I find it interesting. Just like, like I mentioned, for me, like my musical journey has been very much kind of my own, slightly influenced by people around me, but for the most part, it's kind of been, this is what I have decided I want to listen to. And it hasn't been necessarily like, oh, well, this is what's cool right now, or this is what everybody around me is listening to. A lot of it has just kind of been my own discovery. So, this game is called 50s 50s. Since that's become a thing with us.
Yes.
I'm going to randomize the order based on... You okay there, Daphne?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just glad
good.
I found this paper today
Oh,
when I was digging through some stuff.
nice.
Oh, will we need paper?
No,
I'm assuming.
no,
We don't?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
But you're welcome to use paper if you want.
Nope. I just assumed we were going to need it,
Nope.
so
I'm
Okay.
going to have each of you, just so that I can decide what order we're going to go in. I'm going to have each of you choose a number between 1 and 100. So, Pate, start with you.
Oh, fun. You know what? Because I have my dice here with me. gonna
Your
do it that way.
percentile dice.
Yes. We're gonna do that.
Isn't that just two 10-sided dice?
98.
Okay. Technically, yes, but one of the 10-sided dice has, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, it has 10, 20,
Differentials of
30,
10.
40.
Yeah.
What was your
Yeah, you
number?
could-
98?
98.
Well, couldn't
Okay.
you just use two 10-sided dice and one of them's going to be the 10s?
Yes, but how do you determine
That's-
beforehand which one is the 10?
Yeah, which one is which?
Well, aren't
Once
they
you toss them in, and
but they're not different colors?
well, you could
are,
have
but-
them different colors.
Yeah.
But no, normally
But
when you
these
get...
ones are not.
Yeah. Daphne?
Yeah.
No, well, we can go back to this. We can
Okay.
get deeper into the woods of percentile dice.
the
Yeah.
weeds.
Did
You
you?
want to go in the weeds?
No, I want to get in
Jerry?
the woods.
Yeah.
Weeds, woods, wads. We can get into all of them.
We're gonna get into the
I'm
wads.
I'm just being pedantic. I'm sorry.
I did say woods, didn't I?
Yes.
You did.
You
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
It's weeds.
I'm
Okay.
aware. I said it, and I was like, I think I said that wrong. And then
Well, let's
you
rake
made sure to
these-
call me out on it. So
Yeah. Well, let's rake through these woods and get to Daphne's number first.
yeah, Daphne, go ahead.
13.
All right, and Jerry.
47.
All right, we will be going in the order of Paik, Jerry, and Daphne.
Okay.
So,
That's cool.
Paik, start with you.
Mm-hmm.
One of the great artists of the late 50s, one of the ones who passed away on the day the music died, Buddy Holly,
Mm-hmm.
was often credited not just as Buddy Holly, but with his backing band as well. I'm going to give options, same as, we did before, or as you did before. But what is the name of his backing band? Your options: the Moonglows, the Crickets, or the Clowns.
I feel like I should know this one, but I don't.
No. I'm not going to.
I know it.
Are
but
we stealing or no stealing?
No,
No
no,
stealing?
because it's
Okay.
only, you have a 1 in 3 chance, so then it's,
So it's
Okay.
you would
50-50.
have a 50-50 on the 50s.
Okay,
Yes.
yep. Okay,
So,
okay, okay. I get it.
I'm trying to gauge off of Jerry's reaction while you were reading those.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go A. Moonglows.
The Moonglows is incorrect. Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
and the crickets.
Yeah. Dang.
which is where the Beatles got their name.
Nice.
They big Buddy Holly fans and decided that they would do something similar.
Hey, Paul. Insect-named bands are really hot right now. We should do something like
That is
that.
a perfect Liverpool accent.
I know, it's wonderful. I've been thinking about it for a long time. And we should do another insect-based name?
No, I have been thinking about it for a long time.
I was going to say it's the Monster Mash.
Yeah, exactly. That's really what it sounded like. All right. Jerry. Jerry.
Yes.
Bebopalula was a song.
Babalula to you too.
Was a song by Gene Vincent and his backing band. What was their name? Your options. Was it Gene Vincent and his Blue Caps? And his Blue Stars? Or and his Blue Jeaners?
Blue Caps.
Blue Caps is absolutely correct. Just to note, all of the wrong answers are actual bands. There really were Blue Stars and Blue Jeaners that had hits on them.
I don't know if you can say Blue Jeaners anymore in 2025.
I think you can.
Okay.
Just not in public.
You're right.
And definitely not on a podcast.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Sorry, we need to shut down now.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Cancelled. Knew it was coming.
Daphne.
Yes.
Very famous scene from the movie Beetlejuice, where everyone dances around the table to the song Banana Boat, or Deo. The name of the artist of that song, Harry Simone, Harry Belafonte, or Harry James?
Harry Belafonte.
There's one I
Absolutely
actually knew.
correct.
Uh-huh.
Might be the only one I had any chance of knowing this game. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. There might be some other ones. You know, for the most part, these are very well-known. I mean, some of them are more well-known than others, but we'll see. Paik, the song Come Go With Me, which you have heard many times. I will sing a little bit of it for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Dum 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 be doo be dum.
Okay. Yeah.
You've heard it before.
Yes.
The name of the group that did the song, were they the Del Vikings, the Quintones, or the Crew Cuts?
I'm going to go with quintones on that one.
The answer is the Del Vikings. So named because they were the Vikings, and then they signed with Dell.
All right.
So to differentiate them from other groups called the Vikings,
Vikings?
From
they
all the
became
other
the Del
Vikings that were
Vikings.
making music. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You see, if they were done today, they would be Apple Vikings.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Makes sense. Jerry, the band Danny and the Juniors had a couple of very big hits. Which of the following three songs was not one of their big hits? At the Hop, Rock and Roll is Here to Stay, or Dance to the Bop?
Dance to the Bop.
Dance to the Bop is absolutely correct. That was by Gene Vincent.
Thank you.
And his blue caps, or just by himself?
You know what? I'm not positive on that. I feel like it was just him credited on that one. But I just wrote Gene Vincent, so I'm not positive now. Daphne.
Okay. Hit me, Jeff.
Similar. Well, I'm not going to hit you. That would really get me canceled.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and it's a little hard to hit you from all the way.
3,000 miles, it'd be difficult to reach.
Yeah, so what he's going to do is he's going to go to the airport, fly all the way to Boston,
strike my friend Daphne, and then fly back
and then
here.
just turn around and leave. Yeah.
Okay, well...
No words. Okay. No conversation. Just bam, and out the door and gone.
Yeah, well, okay, folks, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, Daphne, are you okay?
Daphne gave me a black eye.
Damn.
I did not.
I would have deserved it.
You would have, but I didn't give anyone a black eye.
Not yet.
All right.
Okay.
Daphne, similar question to you. The Coasters, one of the great bands of the late 50s, early 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Among their great hits, which of the following three was not one of them? Yakety Yak, The Great Pretender, or Searchin'?
I'm going to go with Searchin'.
Searchin' was a number one hit for the Coasters.
Oh.
The Great Pretender.
That's just a really drunk person slurring the answer to their favorite sea creature. There's a surgeon.
Do you prefer Searchin' or Synenemy?
Oh.
After 2 rounds, Jerry is leading 2, Daphne 1, Paik 0.
Yes. Perfect score.
Paik, the song In the Still of the Night, not to be confused with Still of the Night by Whitesnake, which is also a great song.
Was it on your top 300, Jeff?
It is in my top 300, yes. Yes, Daphne and I have been putting together a list. She got the assignment from her trivia master. And then I've been following up with doing my own list of 380 songs.
Harder than you think, isn't it?
It's extremely difficult. In the Still of the Night is by what artist? The 5 Keys, the 5 Stair Steps, or the 5 Satins?
Yeah, I'm getting all the ones I have no clue. I've never even heard of any of those. We go Stair Steps.
Stair Steps.
And Jerry says no.
Incorrect. Stair Steps are actually a little bit later. They were in the late 60s. Do you know Jerry and Daphne? Jerry and Daphne.
The 5 Satins, right?
That is correct. 5 Satins.
Again,
My mom
I'm still
had the
holding on to my
sheet
perfect
music.
score.
My mom had the sheet music for the organ for that song.
Nice.
What about Washington?
God, that's stupid.
Yes,
Oregon, not Oregon.
Is this another dead or alive situation?
Did you guys have an organ in your house, or did
My
you
mom
just
had
have
one
the
of
sheet
those.
music?
She had for the organ because we had an organ,
Okay, cool.
not Oregon.
You didn't have the
Oregon.
entire state of Oregon in your house? Okay.
No.
You should have plenty of organs like, in your body.
Yes. I don't think most of those don't have sheet music, though.
No. Sheet music for the pancreas is not a thing.
No.
Sheet music for the pancreas. I love it.
Yes.
My face hurts already.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't help it.
I want that to
I'm
be
sorry,
a thing.
audience.
Sheet music for the pancreas.
I'm so sorry, audience.
It's the sequel to Medical Advice for Dummies. Like it.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Next question, please.
Yes, Jerry.
I gotta mute myself.
Oh, Jerry, the Platters had a number of amazing hits. Which of the following was not one of them? My Prayer, I Only Have Eyes for You, or Smoke Gets in Your Eyes?
Okay.
Can I hear the options again, please?
My Prayer, I Only Have Eyes for You, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes.
I only have eyes for you.
That is correct. I Only Have Eyes for You was made most famous by the Flamingos.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of great names from this era of music. And what I've kind of noticed is that, and I think a lot of it has to do with just like, what is it? The RIAA or whatever. You know, it's like where you can't have the same name as, you know, another artist, which is why we get things now like Young Boy Never Broke Again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you don't get, you know, ones like the Crickets and the Flamingos because those have all been used.
Yeah.
although I do have to say Young Boy Never Broke Again is just an incredible name. It's like, I think it's kind of ridiculous, but I also kind of love it. It's like a train wreck.
Yeah.
Jeff, one of my favorite songs
Mm-hmm.
is Summer in the City. It's from like
Mhm.
the late 60s,
Yes.
I think,
Mm-hmm.
by a band called Love and Spoonful.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
The Love and Spoonful.
yeah.
I think that was John Sebastian was the lead singer. In
I
that
don't know.
band.
I just know that it was on that record set that my
yeah.
mom had, and I loved it. I
Also
played
did
that
the
a lot.
song Do You Believe in Magic?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Daphne.
Yep.
See.
What's next?
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go. Who did not have a hit recording the song Blue Suede Shoes? Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, or Elvis Presley?
I think I might actually know that one.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
That is correct. Jerry
I would have
Lee
got
Lewis
that
did
one right.
not-
Stop giving Daphne my questions.
I am really sorry.
Can you change that around, because I feel like I'm getting pegs and I'm getting the right answer,
Right.
and
That's 2 of those I would have got.
yeah.
Well, Peg,
Oh,
it's
well.
your fault for getting closest to the number that I was thinking
know.
of.
Now I've got my own game going now. I'm going for a perfect score.
Nice.
A dirty sweep, if you
Yes. You're going to shoot the moon?
will. Yeah.
No dirty points for Peg.
Peg,
Mm-hmm.
the song Earth Angel got a huge resurgence in 85 with Back to the Future. Also, interestingly, that was the first song that I considered my favorite song back when I was about 10 years old.
Aww.
But who was the artist? Your choices: the Orioles, the Robins, or the Penguins?
Oh.
I know this one.
I think I've gone with B the last 4 times, but I'm doing it again. The Robins.
What is the correct answer, Jerry?
The Penguins.
The Penguins.
Yes. Perfect score. Still stands.
Okay. Quite possibly the very first rock and roll hit, or one that is commonly thought of as the first rock and roll hit, is Rock Around the Clock
Mm-hmm.
by Bill Haley and his what?
Damn it.
Should I just answer, or
You can if you know it.
I know
I
this
know
one.
this one.
the comments?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Comets. That was one of the easier ones that I had on there, and sorry, just got to.
And Jerry's getting them.
Just-
Thank you.
I'm getting the
I feel
really
like-
easy ones.
He is. Jerry's getting the easy ones. He
Okay.
is.
You know, I'm glad that I didn't get that one because I would have been compelled to get it right and fucked up my streak. So, you know, we're good.
I'm very happy for you, Pig. Daphne,
Yes.
there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Says who? Eddie Fisher, Eddie Cochran, or Eddie Haywood?
Eddie Fisher.
Eddie Cochran was
Crap.
no cure for the summertime
I would have got that one right,
I
too.
would've
You
got that
would
one.
have. Okay. See? Paige
I
and
would've-
I are
but
getting the
I know,
wrong
it's a-
questions.
The only reason, though, I would have guessed him because he's the only one I've heard of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Eddie Fisher was a very popular recording artist, but earlier, more like late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, I'm not up on that, Jeff.
Which I'm
I've
not
heard
either.
of Eddie Fisher,
I don't
but I had
know
heard of him,
those. I kind of only go back to about 55 or so, which is most of these questions are songs from 55 or later. There's a couple of ones that are earlier. Earth Angel was in 54, but Pake.
All right.
Mr. Sandman, man me a sand.
Send me Send me the sandiest man that you can.
Yes. Who sang Mr. Sandman? The Cadets, the Chordettes, or the Cheers?
I'm just going with B all the time, but the Chordettes sounds right to me.
The Chordettes is actually 100% correct. I am so sorry.
Yeah, I know. I ruined my streak, but when I feel like I actually do know one, I can't throw it.
No, it's like, I heard that as like, Chordettes is going to be B and he's going to ruin it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really wasn't like putting a lot of thought into which one I'm doing first, second, third. I'm just kind of like, this one sounds, I feel like doing this one. So, Jerry, They Might Be Giants had a great cover of Istanbul, Not Constantinople. But who sang the original? Way back in 1953. Was it the Four Lads, the Four Aces, or the Four Coins?
I don't know this one.
They're definitely not giants.
Yes.
Nope. I actually know this one.
I actually do too.
Well, you have the answers in front of you. So of course you do.
I'm going to say the Four Aces.
Four Aces is incorrect. Sorry.
Damn
It
it.
was Daphne. Do you know?
The Four Lads.
The Four Lads. That is correct.
Yeah, I did not know that one, honestly. So.
Yep.
I do know some things, just not the questions.
Could have been
I'm
another
getting.
name for the Beatles if they didn't
Yeah.
decide to stick with
Yeah.
the insect.
How would they have sounded coming up with that name, Pig?
Oh, John! What if we decided to be the Four Lads this time? Oh, I think it'd be perfect.
Yeah. Now, just imagine if they chose the name like the Centipedes.
Mm-hmm. There'd have to be 100 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of that time that I went see concert and I went to see 10,000 Maniacs. And it was just like, it's a complete riot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's like actually sing the Polyphonic Spree. Just all 700 members of that band.
Daphne,
Yes, Jeff.
Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers had a big hit with what song? A Teenager in Love, I'm in Love Again, or Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Why do fools fall in love?
That is correct. That one was a guess. Huh?
Okay. A huge guess, yes.
Pig,
I'll take it.
I think
Yes.
this one is a little easier, but
We'll see.
we'll see. Bobby Darin was one of the
Okay.
great singers, crooners of the late 50s, early 60s. Made a movie starring, I believe it was Kevin Spacey, called Beyond the Sea. Which of the following was not one of his big hits? Mac the Knife, Donna, or Splish Splash?
I'm going to go with A, Mac the Knife.
Mac the Knife was absolutely a hit for Bobby Darin, as was Splish Splash. Donna, on the other hand, was by Richie Valens.
Richie Valens.
So sorry.
I have extremely limited knowledge of the 50s.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not much of this.
Yeah.
Well, I was
Most
There's
of
one
what
song you could bring up and I'd be like, but that's about
Most
it.
of what I know is on that record set
Yeah.
over here.
Yep.
That's what I know most of
Yep.
it.
Jerry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do have to go back to the 10,000 Maniacs.
Yes, please.
When Natalie Merchant left, did they become 9,999 Maniacs?
You know, I don't know. They might have replaced her. I'm not positive.
I think she was replaced, but yeah.
Okay. I guess they would be briefly 9,999 Maniacs, but they may not have played any shows, so they weren't billed that way.
Okay.
I assume that when anybody, like similar to like any time that I leave a city, the population just changes on the
board.
sign behind me. I just assume that that's how it works.
Yeah. Daphne's shaking her head. I love it.
I don't even know where I am right now. This is like
Florida.
Florida,
where
You're in Florida, Daphne. Come on.
which is a strange world.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one of my I was gonna say one of my cousins liked to joke sometimes. It's like he wasn't from a town that small, but he said he was from he was from a small town, but he said he knew a guy that liked to joke that he was from a town so small the hello, goodbye, and all the population sign were on the same post.
Yeah. Okay, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
The Beatles first got together, really.
He's talking about us.
Blah! First got together they first started playing music together due to the skiffle craze in England. Skiffle is a type of music similar to folk music. The big song, most famous skiffle song is Rock Island Line. Who was the artist who made it famous? Or most famous in the 50s, at least, kicking off the skiffle craze. Ken Collier's skiffle group, Lonnie Donegan and his skiffle group, or Chas McDevitt's skiffle group?
Oh, God. I was hoping you were asking me what town they got together in, buddy.
What town did they get together in?
I would think Liverpool.
It was, I'm trying
or
to
was it Liverpool or no?
In Liverpool. It was the Wooten Festival, and I'm trying to remember whether that was actually in Liverpool or not.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use Pake's rule and go B, the Lonnie Donegan.
Lonnie Donegan is correct.
Oh, what a guess.
What was the other ones that you said?
Ken Collier's skiffle group and Chas McDevitt's skiffle group.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I was thinking Chas McDevitt sounds like a really great, thing to yell if you're angry. You stub your toe. Chas McDevitt!
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are
Amazing. I know.
I can't ever be mad at you, or I can't ever be bugged at you.
At least not for long.
No, because you do shit like this that is just ridiculous. It's why I still allow you to be in my orbit.
We're allowed.
We're just moons right now?
Yes. Your moon's in my orbit.
Over your hammy?
Well, she is in Florida.
Oh my god.
Okay, Daphne's question.
Yes.
People are going to wonder if I legitimately am in Florida based on this episode. You've started a rumor that's going to get traction.
It's not a rumor.
God.
Not all. Not
That's a great Beatles impression. You know? Perfect George Harrison. Wow.
Hey, Levi, I know you're listening to this episode. It's fun.
Oh, damn. That's great. I love it.
All right, Jeff, hit me with
God.
whatever question you have.
Yes. One of the great soul R&B singers of the late 50s, early 60s is Sam Cooke.
Yes.
Which of the following was not...
True. Can I have a point now?
Sure, why not?
Peg answered for me, but I'll just
But
take
you
his
get the
answer.
point anyways.
Right. I'll
Which
take
of the
dirty
following
ones, I
was
don't care.
not one of his big hits?
Okay.
Only 16, A Lover's Question, or You Send Me.
A Lover's Question.
A Lover's Question is by Clyde McPhatter. Not
That was a guess.
Sam Cooke.
That was
Well,
a
you
guess.
were correct.
You know why? Because I'd also deployed Pake's strategy of picking
Yeah.
me.
Because it's worked so well for me throughout the game.
I
It's
gotta
not
start
working for
moving
you,
these
but
around.
it's working for me. It worked for Jerry. I mean, we'll take it.
What are our scores at?
Yeah.
Currently, after 6 rounds, Jerry is leading with 5, Daphne has 4, and Paik has 1. Way to go, Paige.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 rounds left to go.
Okay,
If there is a tie, I do have a tiebreaker.
great. Is it how many feet is it in the
No,
Eiffel
it's
Tower?
actually 50s music related.
Okay. I'm just going, but I mean, for trivia, that's what they do.
Yeah, no, I know. And it is a number to guess and get closest to.
Excellent. So is it math? Because Jerry will take
I
that,
mean-
so we should just skip to that already.
Math in the same sense that how many videos were played on MTV in their first 24 hours was math.
117.
Exactly. You know that. And technically you used math to come up with that number, but it's not
I did.
not like calculus, you know?
I don't do it on a regular basis. Just
Doing it on a very irregular basis.
irregular basis.
Yeah. You need to be more regular. Have more fiber in your diet, and you'll be able
Oh,
to do it on a
gosh.
more regular basis.
Sure.
Pake,
Yes.
Johnny Cash, for the first
Mhm.
few
Heard of him.
years of his career, was typically credited with his backing band, although he continued to use the same backing band for many years. What was the name of the band? Were they
Should know this.
the Tennessee Two, the Texas Two, or the Tupelo Two?
I'm mad at myself for not immediately knowing it. Is it Tupelo too?
It is not. It is
Damn
the
it.
Tennessee Two.
Ah,
They did eventually become the Tennessee Three, but for the first few years at least, they were the Tennessee Two. Jerry, the songs Bye Bye Love and Wake Up Little Susie were huge hits for what brother duo?
Can I just say it?
Go right ahead.
The Everly Brothers.
The Everly Brothers is correct.
those are both great songs.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Daphne, this is actually kind of a fun one to give you, just because of our past discussions on your knowledge of Billboard history. Not that you have a lot of knowledge of the Billboard hits of 1958,
Oh,
but
I don't.
yeah, no,
What?
I thought you were talking about the billboard she drives by every day.
yeah, that's the one in Florida. Yeah,
I know like 3 of them that are outside of this town in Montana.
Just so you know. Oh, Ebbings.
hmm
Yeah.
wasn't that in
Just so
Missouri?
you know.
Was it
that
Missouri? Maybe it was
It
Missouri.
was
yeah.
Missouri. Okay.
All states that start with M are the same.
Jeff,
Maine, Michigan,
and-
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry, just here's a little news flash. We don't have any billboards in Maine. It's against the law.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you do have them in Florida.
There are
That's why she moved. That's why she moved to Florida, because she needed billboards in her life.
there are
tired of
very
not
few
seeing them.
billboards in the
I've
Bay
never
Area.
even been to
I
Florida.
mean, there are some, but and there's more in actually in San Francisco, but in the suburbs area, there's some billboards, but not a lot. Not compared to Southern California, where it's every block. All right, Daphne. The very first #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 was the week ending August 4th, 1958. It was by
that
Ricky
was a
Nelson.
great song. Yes?
It was by Ricky Nelson.
Okay.
What was the name of the song? I Got a Feeling, Lonesome Town, or Poor Little Fool?
Lonesome Town.
Lonesome Town was a top 10 hit for Ricky Nelson, but not until until the next year, in 1959. Poor Little Fool.
Can we just skip talking about Ricky Nelson and just talk about his sons, who are wonderful singers and musicians themselves?
I mean, I suppose we can, but I don't think they were releasing music in the 50s, so.
They weren't, but
Who are his
I
sons,
like them.
Daphne?
Nelson is a band. It's 2 of his sons.
Oh, okay. I'm not
they're
familiar with them.
twins. Oh, God. Hold on. I'm going to look it up to confirm.
Okay.
Well,
Because because I just want to make sure.
That
Their
they're actually
names,
his
but I don't-
kids, not
No, I know they are.
Okay.
Dickie and Nikki Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
No. So, his sons are Matthew and Gunnar,
Okay.
and they're in a band called Nelson, and they had a couple of hits in the 90s.
I have not heard of them before.
Well, when you listen to my 90s playlist, you will definitely hear of them. One of they have a song called Love and Affection and another song called After the Rain.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I look forward
they're pretty
to
cool.
it. I look
It's fun.
forward to it.
It's fun. And they're still making music today.
Cool.
So, anyway, there's your 90s music education brought to you by me. And by me missing that question,
Mm-hmm.
Jerry has officially
clinched victory. This is true. Let's go ahead and finish out the last round, though, for,
All right.
funsies.
Okay.
Pake, the song Tequila,
Mm-hmm.
which you are very familiar with, of course.
I am.
Most famously, perhaps, seen in the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure,
Mm-hmm.
is by what band? The Chantays, the Chantels, or the Champs?
It's so frustrating when it's like, oh, I know the song, but who?
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm going to C. Champs.
The Champs is absolutely correct. Way to go, Pake. You just doubled your score.
Yay! That's a way to go. It's a good way to go out.
Good
Gary,
job.
last question for you. The instrumental hit Sleepwalk, which you have heard, even if you don't know the name of it necessarily. I had no idea what the name of it was for the longest time. Is by...
Santo and Johnny.
Very good. Santo and Johnny.
Almost perfect for the game.
Yes. Yeah.
I know. That's
Just missed the
pretty
4 lads.
incredible.
Yeah.
Man.
Final
My
question
brain-
here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
Never mind. Well, I guess it doesn't actually affect this game. The whole time I was going, the only thing is like some of my absolute favorite from this era is Del Shannon. And there's 2 songs that are still to this day I listen to all the time.
Mhm.
But then I just looked it up now that I'm done, and they were both released in the early 60s.
Yes,
so
they were,
don't even
yeah.
count. But Runaway and Run Around Sue, I love those songs so much.
Run
You know
Around
what, Peg?
Sue is actually not Del Shannon.
He has a version.
Okay.
He has the version of it that Peg likes.
Okay.
Okay.
No, actually, now that I think, the Dion DiMucci, whatever, that one, that's the one I believe.
Yes. Speaking of which, our last question
just
is
Dion.
about Dion, the singer who released Run Around Sue. But in the 50s, he had a song called A Teenager in Love, done with his backing band. What was their name? The Belmonts, the Bell Notes, or the Bel Airs?
I think the Belmonts.
The Belmonts is absolutely correct. So we end with Jerry with 7, Daphne with 5, and Pake with 2.
Woo.
Just for
All
fun,
right.
It's definitely the Dion version that I love.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Just for funsies, I will give you the tiebreaker question. See what, if any of you, who gets closest to it. The Day the Music Died took the lives of Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. What were their combined ages at time of death? I'll go one at a time. We'll start just going in the order we've been going. Pake.
Okay.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna be so off.
Pake is looking it up right now.
76. No, I was just adding on a calculator. But I don't know what their names. I was adding just 3 random numbers that came to my head. It's not really
76. Daphne.
Mm-hmm.
99.
And Jerry.
74.
Jerry is the closest. Their ages were, the Big Bopper was 28.
Oh my God. I thought he was way older.
No, he did look old. He looked like he was in his 40s.
Yeah.
Buddy Holly was 22.
I did not realize Buddy
Richie
Holly was that
Valens
young.
was
Was
17.
19. 17.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
I knew that Richie was.
I thought
the
he was
youngest.
19. So
I thought he was 19 also, Jay.
Yeah, I looked it up just before this because I couldn't remember. I knew he was a teenager, but
yeah, I had a Big Bopper's age right at 28. I had Richie Valens. I had Richie Valens at 19. And I had Buddy Holly at 27 because I thought he was a 27 club member.
Yeah,
or something.
No,
See, that's
22.
kind of where I went with it. Was I threw in 27 because I was like, well, that's just kind of part of that. And then the next number I used was 19 because I knew one of them was
young,
teenage, and then the other one, 30. I went with.
I went with yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, Big Bopper definitely looks. If you look at pictures of him, he absolutely looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
Just one of those faces. Yeah.
Well, we all have a face.
We do. He did, and he had one of those faces.
Yes.
Some people have more than one of them, and those are called serial killers.
Like
Leslie
Two-Face.
Vernon.
Oh. Oh, Jeff, speaking of serial killers.
Yes?
No, I was just going to go back to Piece for Pieces, but I was like...
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting,
we've got a second game.
I'm
Let's
waiting
do
for
it.
part 3.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I know that Andre Chikatilo will not be on it because Jerry already got that, and I will
And
always
you are
be
not over it.
irritated, and I will not. Yeah, I am not over it yet.
Nope.
I will say, Daphne, when my nephew first heard that one, he says he had to stop doing what he was eating lunch when he was listening to the show, and he had to stop because he was laughing so hard.
It's ridiculous. I'm like, this is the one that I know, and you're going to give it to Jerry.
Especially even besides that was the fact that we had like 5 before that were referred to as like the Chikatilo of some other place. You know?
Yeah.
And you mentioned
kind
the
of
movie.
annoying.
You mentioned
I did.
With
Talk
the
about
whole
Donald
discussion.
Sutherland.
Yeah.
God, Jeffrey DeMunn was in it. Oh my God.
Well,
We can only go forward. We can't go back.
Thank you for playing my game. This was fun for me. It's been a while since I've gone back to revisit these songs.
I like that. So.
It's fun.
But see, thank you, brother, for instilling a love of everything music. So. Except mumble rap. I don't even...
Yeah.
I'm not going to go back and make a 50s playlist, though. I
might eventually, but...
my 90s playlist, and after that... You know what happens, and I said this to Jeff, when you're making a playlist and you find out that a song you want to put on it is just over the hump, like 2000, like February of 2000, or like December of 1999, it makes you want to go to that decade and do a playlist after.
Yes.
Because you want to have all those songs together. And that's what happened, is I did the 80s one, and there were too many songs that were too
in
close.
1990. Yeah.
And I said, nope, I need to do another playlist. It's got to be 90s. And so that's how I ended up in this place. And now I'm still like, nope, I'm stopping after the 90s one. I have to. Although, I do want to go back to the 70s, honestly, before I would do 2000s.
Yes.
But there's so much disco.
Yeah.
That I don't know if people are really ready for it. Maybe Jerry's.
I don't know if people are ready for disco. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if people
But your kids are going to love it.
I did want to mention, Jeff, when you were doing all this game, I was expecting Big Mama Thornton to come in with Hound Dog.
I love Big Mama Thornton.
Oh, I love that one. So.
Honestly, and I knew of Big Mama Thornton, and I'd heard the song, but for all its faults, when Rolling Stone released their new version of the 500 greatest songs of all time, for all the faults that they made with that, and there are many, one that I will commend them for is they removed Elvis's version and added Big Mama Thornton's in there in like the top 100.
Oh, that's good.
And it is so much better than Elvis's. It really is. So, yeah. No, I love that music. Well,
And then you have,
oh my God.
what was the other one you played on one of our other get-togethers? Was it Rosetta Tharpe?
Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Yes.
Oh, that's a good, yeah.
Didn't it rain? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I
Waiting on Daphne to do her line, her thing.
We've run out of things to talk about at this
Have
point.
you?
Yes.
You've run out of things to talk.
I think so.
You, the three of you. Is that even possible?
Sometimes.
Daphne's figured out the new system. She's like, I'm not going to cut in with it if you like what you're... I'm going to wait for them to wear themselves out.
It's like when you just let your kid... When you just let your kid run around until they finally pass out.
Yeah.
Because what I've learned is you're like children. And that's what you have to do.
We are. It's true.
I do like snacks.
I like naps, too. Although kids don't like naps. So maybe that doesn't...
No, typically
No.
not.
Kids don't
Well,
know
they
what
do.
they're missing.
Okay, kids like naps on their own terms.
Yes.
They don't like scheduled naps.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, let's go lay down and have a nap. Nope.
Yep.
Don't ever try that. It doesn't
Yes.
work. They do not want it. They do not need it. Although my niece Rachel, I think, would still take a nap if she could.
Well, the funny
She
thing is also...
definitely my niece. Because
The
I'm a
funny
nap
thing is
person.
also, like, the way that kids could be, like, you can go up to a kid, especially a boy, who's, like, got his hand between his legs, just, like, grabbing himself and wiggling and dancing and jumping up and down. Do you need to use the bathroom? No.
No!
Like, yes, you... As soon as I turn my back, you're going to piss yourself. You know?
Very evident to me that you need to, but because now I am telling you need to, you won't, and you don't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how this
Because
works.
I pointed it out.
Yeah.
Because he's doing the dance. Because that's what it is. It's
The pee
dance.
dance. The pee dance.
Well, if you like what you've heard, you can find us at buffalobuffalopodcast.com or on Facebook and Instagram at Buffalo Buffalo Podcast. We have been Buffalo Buffalo. Until next time.
We have Ben. And if you want him back, you're going to need to pay an amount
We
of...
have been Buffalo Buffalo.
It's Buffalo, 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 yeah!
I think we'll still be Buffalo Buffalo. Bye, son.